Are you dreaming of escaping the confines of your 9 to 5 job? Are you longing for a life spent more outdoors in nature? Do you have a desire to learn more about plants and are eager to make extra income through sustainable gardening and new farming methods? Are you envisioning a lifestyle centered around homesteading and farming, where you can work alongside of your family, grow your own food, and barter and trade with your neighbors, while also developing a sense of local community? Are you an introvert and maybe you don't really want to be on camera or have to sell like a salesperson? But what if I told you that when you learn new skills like growing food, you don't need to be salesy? Growing food sells itself. That's why you could not ignore this opportunity to learn how to grow moringa with me. I've already made tons of mistakes learning how to grow this one tree. Today, I'm going to give you the blueprint on how to excel and speed up your learning process so that way you can be more successful this growing season because it's already begun. So don't miss out on what I'm going to teach you today in this video. Maybe you've already tried growing moringa before, but you gave up. Well, that's the thing with learning how to grow plants, is that you're going to kill lots of them. Thankfully, everything in nature is returned back to the soil, and that's where we'll begin our journey today. Think of the soil like the soul. It's the life force energy that hosts all the potential energy of the plant. And for you and me, our soul gives us the ability to flow and move with the wind. It gives us life. And sometimes we need to cultivate our souls like the soil and continue to work on ourselves, trying to find the joy that the simple things in life have to offer. You've heard the saying, dust yourself off and try again. Don't give up on learning how to grow plants. Sometimes they will die, but that doesn't mean to give up, especially if you've tried growing moringa before, because it can be really sensitive, especially when they're young. And it can take a little while to get the hang of things. I promise that if you start now or try again now, you'll reap all the benefits and rewards that Miss Moringa has to offer. That's because it's the perfect time of the year, right now. The result of you not giving up could mean the difference between being stuck in a dead-end job you don't want to do for another 10 to 20 years. Or you could find yourself along the way and hone your passion for plants into a thriving food forest garden. You see, annuals, they need to be replanted every year. Think of moringa like an annual. And if it died this year, like your other garden plants, then you plant them again. That's the cycle of farming and gardening. I believe that if I can help 100 people in the USA to become full-time moringa growers like me, then we can all share in the opportunity to supply this healthy food to many, many others. But I can't do it alone, and I am depending on you. So let's make even more of an impact together. You've already heard how beneficial moringa can be to consume. The fact that it's the most nutritious plant that grows on land and that it has all of the essential and non-essential amino acids, making it a complete protein. You might have even heard that it can help reduce the symptoms of diabetes, or that it could even help regulate blood sugars and blood pressure. Not only will you have direct access to these benefits once you begin growing moringa, but you'll also be able to share it with others, like your family and friends, who would also live longer and healthier lives. See, I am the proof that growing and consuming moringa can be great for the health. That's because I suffered from IBS for over 13 years. And with moringa, I've been able to overcome any health challenge that has come with having a poor diet, toxic bloodstream, the inability to go to the bathroom for weeks at a time. If you're suffering from any of these symptoms, there's no reason why you should wait to be able to have fresh moringa right at your own fingertips. Not only that, but I've been shipping moringa trees across the country in pots for many years. I started growing in cups and cone containers, bio bags, pellets. But then I started noticing some issues that our buyers were telling me once they received their orders. That's why I'm here today to tell you that I've fixed all of those issues and have become an even better grower and provider of moringa trees. That's why I want you to order this new moringa tree starter kit. And I'm going to explain all of the details of how you're going to love growing moringa with the package of materials that come inside of your kit. To ensure your success, you won't want to buy moringa trees from anywhere else.
This is where these babies are coming from right here. Look at that. Beautiful tap roots coming in. I'm just grabbing real thick ones, big ones that I see that are coming up in the pots, and pulling those out gently. That gives room for smaller ones to come in and get bigger. I've got about 10,000 seedlings coming up in all these pots here. And the little ones need space. There we go. That's nice. So the more that I pull the big ones out and make space for the small ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what I like to do is hook y'all up with an extra. Even though it says 5, since you're seeing this, you just may get 6 in your kit. See how this here, there's like 2 right next to each other. One's right bigger than the other. And I'll pull this out just like this. There we go. Very gently. Boom. Nice big tap root. Yeah, baby. And then that makes room for a couple other small skinny ones in there. And we're just going to keep thinning these pots out. Let's get these babies washed up and in a box. Behind the scenes, exactly how we do this here. We're going to go ahead and set up here and we'll do the unboxing. Okay, that works. This is really helpful for just making sure these trees make it through the mail. And they've already got really thick stems with some splitting already happening. This is going to ensure some really good successful trees here. That's going to split really low. Okay, that's going to make sure that these babies go wrapped up really nicely. And let's go ahead and do the unboxing.
Getting the babies watered. Yeah, babies. Getting some good water. Oh, the froggies are finding a little home in here too. They like it. Yeah. Yep, got about 3,000 seedlings in here. It's super hot right now. And so they're doing their little droopy dance. And we're just getting them some water. We haven't watered them in about 2 days. It rained for about a day or so. And it was real shady for a little while. So I'm getting them watered now. But now that we're here, I wanted to do a little unboxing with you and let you see exactly what's going to be coming in your starter kit. Essentially, it's going to come to you super fast. Now that we have things really dialed in, we've really been dialing in our procedure, our growing methods, and everything for you to be able to receive your trees in a very, very healthy condition. And so that way it prevents them from dying back. Because for many years, our customers were giving us lots of good feedback saying that they weren't confident that the trees were going to come back, or when they got them, they looked dead. And we want to ensure the success rate of all of our buyers and customers so that way they can have a thriving food forest or to be able to grab fresh greens from their trees super fast. And that's why we developed this new starter kit for you, just like this. So the key to this packing is actually the fact that nothing is shaking around inside too. So we're making sure that everything is really locked and loaded in here. And when you unbox it, you will find a box inside with your materials. Inside your starter kit box, you're going to find your seeds, as well as your biostimulant extract, as well as your biostimulant powder, and also all the instructions that you need to help track your growth. You're going to get a growth tracking chart, as well as a seed instruction and application manual. Those items also come with a little bit of information on how you can join the Grow Moringa Collective. And also, if you like your product, please give us a Google review and scan this code to provide us with some feedback. So all these items are inside, but most importantly, the reason why you're mostly getting the starter kit is so that way you can use the trees right away. And we're going to go ahead and use these items here in just a moment. Together, I'm going to teach you how to use these items. And also, we have our trees. They're going to come just like this, wrapped up very nicely. And each of them already have wonderful, wonderful tap roots, thick stems, almost to the point where they have wood on them. Look, some of them are already forming wood. This is the key to your success, is having a tree already come to you that's already been cut back and is already sprouting new stems. The branching, the cutting of the trees back helps to inspire more branching to have a thicker, hardier tree. And so this is going to help you have a much better success rate of getting your trees going right away. So once you get your box, then the next step is to plant them, and I will show you how to plant them now. Stay tuned. So I'm going to take the biostimulant powder and add it to our raw soil. You can get soil from anywhere, composted soil, organic composted soil, pretty much from anywhere. And use a sandy base, and then just add your powder to the soil.
Then you'll also want to grab some perlite and mix in some perlite. Then just mix in your ingredients to make a really nice, healthy soil. This is how we do it in the nursery business. Always have soil and powder and perlite. And that way, you've got a really nice, healthy base. From there, with the size of the trees that you're getting in your kit, you really don't want to grow it in anything less than a 3-gallon at this point. And so now we're going to plant our starter kit trees in a 3-gallon pot. So we just unboxed our brand new starter kit. It just arrived in the mail, and your trees have been in the dark for a few days, and so they might be a little stressed out. What you'll want to do is go ahead and get them in some water. So the first thing you'll do when you receive your trees is to just soak them overnight to bring them back. But one of the great things that came inside of your starter kit is the biostimulant made from moringa leaves, specially formulated just for this exact purpose, because there are micronutrients and vitamins and minerals in here that are going to help rejuvenate your rootstock, essentially. So let's get some water. Let's give them a little water. They don't need to be fully submerged. They'll be able to soak up this wonderful nutrient from those tap roots. So let's go ahead and open this up. Find a little stick to push this through. Great. Now, on the bottle here, it says mix 1 ounce to every 32 ounces of water. This mason jar is saying here in ounces that we have about 8 to 10 ounces inside here right now. So this is 4 ounces. And if 1 ounce is for every 32, we really just need a couple drops. And that'll be just enough food overnight to help it bounce back from that stressful ride. Now, once you've already had these soaking overnight, now it's time to get them planted in the pots. We've already mixed our biostimulant powder in with some perlite and some soil into this 3-gallon pot. And I would recommend at this point with these size trees to get them right into a 3-gallon pot. So I'm going to put a hole in the middle, and I'm going to put that right down in there. And we're going to keep the root pretty much right at the surface. I'm not going to bury it. I'm going to keep that root pretty much right there at the top. And I will compact it a little bit and cover it just slightly. But essentially, you want that root right there at the surface. That way, this will darken up, this will woody up, and these will start coming back. I'll show you an example of something that I did just about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. These were done about 3 weeks ago from the pots when the trees were a little bit smaller. But your trees are getting bigger and bigger every single day. So when you order from us, they're only going to get more and more valuable. If you don't have a 3-gallon pot, you can also just pot them up into little 4, 6 cups, 6-inch cups or so. And you're more than welcome to do that as well. You can see just after a few weeks, like 2 weeks or so, since they were already pre-cut back for you here with real thick stems, the stem was able to survive. And now it's already shooting out multiple tips. Now, if your stem dies back, it's okay, not to worry, because it's going to resprout a whole new stem. See, these here are already resprouting all new stems here. See this stem? It pretty much died back and it has a whole new stem here. And that's what's great about shipping these trees just like this with the tubers, because they're already very well established. They have the energy, the potential energy, the sugars, the proteins, and everything in that starchy tuber. These are even starting to grow multiple stems at the base. So if you have a 3-gallon pot, I would recommend going straight to this size pot. But if you need to get them into a smaller cup at first, it's okay. You can do this after your overnight soaking. And then you can continually water your babies using the biostimulant. And I encourage you to grab some more when you run out. That's essentially everything that you need to know about starting your moringa journey. And if you've already grown moringa before, as you've heard earlier, just do it again and again and again every year, because if you're in a zone that gets a little cold, they're just going to die back anyways. And so this is a way for you to be able to have fresh greens for yourself to enjoy. Ooh, that is super good. Now, if your leaves are turning yellow, that just means that you're not eating them fast enough. So go ahead and get your trees cut back regularly, so that way they push out fresh green growth to keep them short and bushy. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for being here with me at Grow Moringa Farms in Plant City, Florida. I'm open here Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm open for visitors and would like for you to come in if you need to grab trees, starter kits, soil. We have it all. Tea, powder, spice, oil. And thanks a lot for watching. Like this video if you haven't yet, and subscribe to the Grow Moringa YouTube channel. Peace, love, and prosperous growing. I'm Kendrick Henry, and I'll see you soon. Ciao. See these babies coming back with all new stems? As long as they have those root tubers, they'll come back nicely. Just get them soaked up in the biostimulant overnight and get them potted up. You can do small pots if you need to at first, or go ahead and go big in a 3-gallon, which I would recommend. Enjoy, and prosperous growing. Keep cutting your trees back and potting them up into bigger pots, and then you'll have something like this within a year. Keep cutting it back, it keeps bushing out. Every time you cut it back, it splits. Cut it back, it splits. Then eventually you keep getting it into bigger pots, and then by themselves, and you start to have something like this. This is something that we just transplanted from another property, put them in pots to be able to sell them or put them out into the field. Just keep the process going until they get either into the ground or in a greenhouse. And see, these are already starting to come back.